I'm not here to give guys a hard time for dressing poorly. I understand why so many men struggle to dress like the man they want to be. I understand why instead they resort to baggy t-shirts, sweatpants, sneakers, and baseball caps. So in this video, I want to help you if you struggle to dress well. I'm going to provide you with some solutions that will make it much easier to dress like the best version of yourself. And if you enjoy today's video, there's a link in the description where you can book a free 15-minute style consultation with me. Without a doubt, the number one reason why men struggle to dress well is because of time. Men are busy, especially a lot of the men I help. They are business owners, they have demanding jobs, children, a wife, and a ton of other important responsibilities. So it's totally understandable that style, being a non-essential, gets left to the wayside. Busy men do not have time to scroll through Pinterest and Instagram looking for outfit inspiration. They do not have the time to buy and return clothes all the time, and they certainly don't have the time to waste experimenting with a new style that might make them look ridiculous. I know very well that style can quickly turn into a hobby, and some guys prefer to keep their hobbies to golf, fishing, or whatever gives them fulfillment. But here's the thing, if you don't like cleaning or you don't have the time to clean, you'd hire a cleaner for your home, right? So ask yourself, who could you bring into your life to make sure that your standards for your personal appearance don't slip just because you're busy? That brings me nicely onto my second reason why men struggle to dress well, and that's because they feel overwhelmed. If you want to teach yourself about style, there is an endless supply of information out there. You could be watching YouTube videos like mine until the day you die, and you've only scratched the surface of the menswear universe. Frankly, it's an information overload out there. What's worse, some of the information is confusing, contradictory, and uses specialist terminology and jargon that isolates the average guy who just wants to look good. It's understandable why most men would rather just not bother than to try and digest and navigate all of the information out there. And even if you did take the time to read as much as you can about style, how do you know which information is applicable to you? For example, you could read a book like Dressing the Man by Alan Flusser, but the style he teaches in this book might be totally irrelevant for the places you go and the way that you want to look. On the other hand, you could follow a trendy style influencer on Instagram and try and copy his outfits, only to find out they don't work for your body type or they're already out of fashion by the time you've bought the clothes. Mental capacity is a valuable and scarce resource just like time, so use it sparingly and protect it by delegating that knowledge and research to an expert. There's also this idea that some men simply have style and others don't, but that's a complete myth, just like believing that the guy with the great physique just has good genetics rather than the hours he's spent in the gym and his impeccable diet, or it's like thinking the virtuosic guitar player has a God-given talent as opposed to the 10,000 hours of practice he put in. Fortunately, being stylish is much easier to achieve than having a Greek god physique or being able to play the solo to Stairway to Heaven. With the right guidance, you can learn everything you need to know to look good in just a few hours. Most of the men I speak with have a good salary and a big closet full of clothes, but they feel like they have nothing to wear. Why? It's because they lack a system. Men are logical animals, and getting dressed should be a logical process too. But to make that happen, you need a system, a step-by-step process to create outfits easily. There's no use having one dress shirt that only goes with one other pair of pants, suits that don't quite fit right, and 30 old baggy t-shirts. It's just chaotic. To develop an effective system for looking good, you need to understand a few basic principles of style. For example, interchangeability, what makes one piece go with another, and how fit, fabric, and color all play a role in determining that. But to learn these principles yourself and develop an intuitive sense of how to create an outfit takes a long time, even years. That's why I provide my clients with simple outfit diagrams just like this that I even laminate and mail to them so they can keep them in their closet and reference them easily. With these, Getting dressed in the morning is just as easy as ordering off a small menu at a great family restaurant. The fourth reason men fail to dress well is one that surprised me when I first heard it, but now I hear it more and more. A lot of guys simply don't feel like they deserve to look good. It could be an insecurity about their body, but more often than not, it's just a deep down feeling that they're not worthy of dressing like a gentleman. And there's a misconception that many men hold that nice things are for women and for kids, not for them. Men would rather go without themselves so they can provide for their loved ones. And this is a beautiful idea, and I fully empathize with that. But what if I told you that looking good and feeling good doesn't have to be a selfish thing? Think about how happy your wife will be when she sees you coming down the stairs for date night wearing that new shirt that makes your body look better than she ever knew. Do you want your kids to be embarrassed by the way you look, or do you want them to have a cool dad? The choice is yours. This lack of self-worth, this feeling of not deserving, it's a mental block that many men face. But the truth is, you will never really feel worthy of looking good until you decide that you are. Because when you know you look good on the outside, you feel better on the inside, and that helps you project a better version of yourself out into the world. The final reason men struggle to dress well is because of their environment. And I'm not necessarily speaking about a city versus the countryside, but rather the people they are around. If you are not around other stylish men, there is no one to take inspiration from. Perhaps your inspiration is limited to fictional characters like James Bond, whose knack for style seems as unrealistic as his stunt scenes. But you need to have someone in your life whose style you can learn from and even emulate. That might be someone like me, another style YouTuber, or even a family relative. Once you do start dressing well, however, you might notice that you're not actually the only one, even in your small town. You'll be at the supermarket and notice, hey, that's a Brooks Brothers shirt, or that guy's wearing penny loafers. You'll get into conversations about clothes as people compliment your new outfits, and you'll be surprised by how many people appreciate your newfound sense of style, both men and women. Gentlemen, some or possibly all of the points in this video may have resonated with you. If you consider yourself a well-dressed man, I hope you can appreciate that it's not always an easy endeavor, and perhaps you've struggled with these problems in the past too. If you are time poor and you don't have the mental energy to invest into your outfits, let me give you my time and my expertise to help you look your best. Let me invest my time into your image so you can save it for the things that are important to you. Let me use my expertise to give you personalized recommendations and show you exactly what to wear and how to wear it. And let me be that style mentor that you can't find in your family, community, or industry. In the description, you will see a link to book a free 15-minute call with me in which I will lay out a roadmap to get you dressing well in just a matter of weeks. It's totally free, there's no obligation. I just want to help you because I understand how frustrating it can be to not look as good as you know you could. It's just me doing the calls, I don't have a team of people, but I'm now lucky enough that I can be generous with my time and help as many men as possible. So hit that link right down there to book your free call with me, and we'll be talking on the phone very soon. Gentlemen, thank you for watching.